think it's her father. And why can't they find her pops, man?
Because he's probably dead. His body will come popping up in the last reel somewhere. Eyes gouged out, fingers cut off, teeth knocked out. See, the police are always off track with this shit. If they watch prom night, they'd save time. There's a formula to it. A very simple formula. Everybody's a suspect.
Welcome yet again to another episode of What the Hell Did We Watch? I'm your host, as I am always your host, Lou Motion Lou. Say hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hey.
But instead of just saying hi, I just want to know who's on my show. Who's here? Who's here? My left.
The Sandman.
You never here.
As usual.
Because you know why? You're just in my dreams.
That's right.
Vanessa.
Who?
Vanessa.
Oh, hi, Vanessa. Hi. Welcome back to the show. Don Esteban. Hey, man, you haven't been here for one movie in like a long time. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Yay.
Outrageous. Oh, I'm back.
Outrageous. Oh, everybody's got names. I so love that. Don Esteban. Vanessa's got to come up when Sandman is here. Woo. Yeah. Outrageous. How you doing today?
Good money.
Fantastic. Who else?
I'm gonna need you to introduce me.
If I do it, I'm gonna
Make it
be
epic.
disrespectful.
Make it epic.
Make it epic. Here it is. The not so good looking John is here.
Right.
Yet for another week.
Damn right.
Looking not
Damn
good,
right.
John.
Yo, I'm really contemplating if I should make this a video podcast.
You should.
I don't think
You should.
that people should hang though. We got a very not. He's not good looking. I don't want to be in the negatives. You know, like how the views go up. For some reason, I feel like for the first time ever, if we make this a video podcast and you are on the show, the videos will actually go negative. It will be in the red, and that never happens on YouTube.
That's not true.
Vanessa, stop trying to say
It could happen.
No, it might go up.
He's not good looking.
man.
We're still working on that, but I think the first episode we're gonna have John with a trash bag on, with eyes.
We should.
No,
Yeah.
He's not so good looking.
No, that's copyrighted. You can't do that.
Oh.
You see, you're gonna get me sued already, Vanessa.
It is close to Halloween. That's why.
Yes, I know it's Halloween weekend, and I know it's gonna air the day after Halloween. But happy Halloween, everybody!
Yes, happy Halloween.
Woohoo!
Watch out for the clowns.
Watch out for the clowns, especially yo.
Yeah.
Streets is watching.
Yes, sir.
But this is actually the very first time, and I'm proud of it. It's the very first real talk rant with this group. This is the movie watching group. You know what I mean? So it's good. You guys watch movies. I think you guys got a little bit more knowledge there. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Got something to say, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So welcome to the very first ever real talk rant with this group. Congratulations. You won $100.
Oh, yeah.
You really didn't. But Oscar got a shirt. How's your shirt? You like your shirt?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. I'm so happy.
I get my shirt.
There's also business cards. I'm so happy about that too. So maybe on the lookout if you're in the New York, New Jersey area, you might see a business card in your favorite local coffee shop or library or movie theater.
Yes,
Or
sir.
Subway.
Or Subway.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'll think about that. Yeah, I'm not from New York. What do you want?
Just gonna drop them in a subway.
And just drop him in some ways. Like here, put him right there in the MetroCard swipe area.
Yeah.
Be on the lookout.
Long commute. Listen to some podcasts.
Woo!
Watching
Yeah,
fun.
do that there. You do that there. But let's get it on the way. And just to end Horror Movie Month. What?
Whoa.
I didn't get my shirt.
It's coming. It's on the way.
It's
Louis,
John,
my
just
shirt.
wait.
Ju wait, okay? Ju wait.
Zoom.
Yeah, ugly people gotta wait an extra 5
Yes.
days.
Not so good looking people gotta wait an extra week.
Any hood that's true.
Wait, how much are the hoodies?
Excuse me?
How much are the hoodies?
40.
$40.
Wait.
Four.
Yeah, let me know. You can either get it zipped up or pullover. Whichever one. No, it's a hoodie both ways. Either zipped up or pullover. Whichever one you want.
So it's $40?
$40. $40.
That's a lot of rupees.
No tax. Yes, that's a lot of rupees.
But no
that's
taxes
a lot of
always
Yes, no tax. I promise. I'm giving you Jersey tax free on clothing. Yes, Jersey, we get no tax on clothes. You pay $60. No shipping. I will bring it straight to you. If you live farther, I will ship it myself out of my own pocket.
Yeah.
Because I love my audience. I will spend money on y'all.
You're an excellent man.
Yes, I try. I try.
$40, everybody.
But, like I said, welcome to the very first ever Real Talk Rand. And in honor, in the finale of our first annual horror movie month, congratulations. Everyone lived through it.
Thank you.
Yeah, everybody that said that they were coming back actually came back.
Yes.
So I'm very happy.
We're back.
Now I just want to know. I want people out there to know my my guests that I have on the show, and in terms of horror movies, which is my favorite genre of all time, but I also know is the most abused genre of all time, which is why I don't talk much about it. I want to know, what do you look for in a horror movie? Horror films. You like horror? Everybody here likes horror, right? Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Everybody likes to get scared, or at least try to get scared.
I hate horror.
You hate horror? Get the fuck out of here.
I tried to, but you told me to stay.
You have to stay because I know you have an opinion about horror movies. Even if you have a negative one, I'm happy about it. I need to know. So please, from my left, I need to know, Mr. 2016, do you like horror movies?
Well, to call Mr. 2016, no, because none of the horror movies now do not appeal to me. They're not that scary to me.
What about the horror movies you've seen this month?
This month,
I like how Sandman's holding the mic.
Yeah, right? He's holding the mic all legit.
my wristbands.
His little pinky's almost like halfway up.
Getting roasted, guys. Alright. Damn. I
So
forgot
tell
what I
me,
said.
You've seen some movies I've shown you, but you're talking about new ones? Is that what it is? You're talking about the new
I like
horror
the
movies of
older
this year?
one- I like the older ones we saw because it had every movie you showed us had uniqueness.
But I mean, you didn't get scared of it. You're a grown man. Did you? Friday night didn't get you a little bit like one-eyed open?
Not really.
Did you look out your window? Maybe there was a vampire
Sure.
in your next door neighbor?
Sure.
But so wait, okay, so what do you look for in a horror movie? Like if you're gonna say, yo, let's go watch this movie and it's a horror movie and your friends want to go see it, you're gonna go see it. What are you basing it on something?
No. Well, I don't really watch horror movies like that. I'm not really
You're not a horror fan?
I'm not really a horror
You
fan.
bastard.
But I bet you if you had a Buddy Lavelle, he'd be scared as hell.
Oh, he'd be scared as hell of Buddy Revell. If he was his horror movie, he'd be running scared.
Yeah, I'm not really a horror fanatic, like horror guy.
Like horror guy, but he ain't here.
Yeah, he's not here, so
Do you look for something?
You
Is there
can't
something
defend
that?
yourself.
Well, let me ask you this: what kind of horror movies do you like to watch? Like, what's your shtick? Like, what do you like watch on TV? Do you like Ghost?
Yes,
Do you-
I do actually.
Ghost is your thing?
Paranormal, like if I'm gonna watch a horror movie, like I like watching paranormal stuff, like that. Yeah.
Is that what you like? If there are horror movies that you want, the ones with ghosts, you're gonna give a priority to?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's gonna get my most appealing. I just get like a little bit more,
All right,
a
cool.
little bit more fright to it.
All right. Well, I want to hear a female's perspective. Do you like horror movies?
I definitely give them a chance. It's
Mhm.
not something I'm like, oh, I definitely want to watch a horror movie right now. But the ones that I have seen this month have caught my interest.
The ones that you've seen on my show.
Yeah, the ones I've seen on your show, and then after your show, Joe started flying off the handle, and he was like, "You need to see this and this and this." And, this. And I'm
I like that. I like the fact that the show is sparking conversations.
Yeah.
That's all I want. I want people. I like people talking about what I do. You know what I mean? And also just open you up, just watch them. Great thing, you actually can watch Fright Night now if you want to.
Okay.
On my thing where Oscar, your brother, has my account. You can watch it on there. On my Voodoo account, you could digitally watch it. You stream it right here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
You don't even have to borrow a disc.
All right.
Stream it right there.
Cool.
So yeah, I would love to know what you think about it the next time I see you. Hopefully, if you watch it before then. But is there anything that you look for in a horror movie? Like, what do you like? Like in terms of like, do you like monsters, ghosts?
I think I generally have to agree with what San said.
Sandman.
Sandman. What he said about the paranormal.
You like paranormal? You like ghosts?
I like paranormal. I like ghosts because it's something that's unknown,
Uh-huh.
and I think it's questionable what people experience and what their side of the story shows.
Okay.
The reason why I say that is because now I feel like everything is just so Hollywood.
Yeah.
And everything is. Yeah, and it's more like, oh, look at her tits, like they're out. You know what I mean? Like it's.
I
like
miss
that.
those days.
And now they're mixing it with comedy. There's a lot that's missing for me in that aspect, you know.
Yeah.
And so, because of the show and because of the other movies and stuff that Joel has shown me, I kind of am leaning more towards movies that were made, you know, more than 10 years ago, because I think that, you know, the Hollywood aspect of it is missing, is more of like updated and things like that. Like, what was the Killer Clown one? That movie?
Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Yeah, for example, like that.
You know, for something that's supposed to look funny and be funny, it sure as hell wasn't at times.
No, it wasn't. And when I watched it, yeah, there were certain things. When I was like, wow,
because they're
that's
clowns.
super
To make it
outdated.
not funny is stupid.
But it's creepy as hell to think that fucking clowns can come from outer space.
They're putting them
and
in
make you into
cotton candy, for God's sakes. And they're
Like-
drinking their blood. That's creepy.
And you want to know the crazy thing about it? I watched that movie, and 2 days later, the whole thing with Brentwood and the clowns and all that came out, and I was like,
yeah.
wow, that's fucking creepy.
I like that. I like
and
that.
it scared me. It
Yeah.
scared me because I'm like, shit. What if
Shit, I just saw Killer Clowns from Outer Space, and now there's clowns hanging around all over the
clowns,
New York.
You know? And it's something so simple, but it stays with you. You
Yeah.
know?
That's funny.
So, yeah.
Don Esteban, tell me, do you like horror movies?
I did, and then it just didn't become horror movies to me anymore.
Okay.
I
Is it
think-
because you grew up?
I think a little bit of that, but I also think that scared me when I was a child watching it growing up and being scared of about a lot of horror movies. I was even afraid of the Thriller music video.
Oh, that's
Michael
creepy.
Jackson.
That
But-
definitely had its
but
time,
you know
its
what?
moments.
I think the thing that got me most of the time with all this that had in common is I didn't know how any of this started. Like I didn't know I like not knowing how things came about. Like why these monsters are there, or you know, like ghosts. Like even the Blair Witch scared the shit out of me. Because I had no
it did
idea
me.
who she was, what she looked like, and you know that's all the shit that was a variable into why I was afraid. So, but now I can see everything coming. I can basically know what the ending's gonna be or who's gonna die, and it's kind of lame to me now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The predictability kind of like takes you out.
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of horror movies do you like? Like when you do watch it, what intrigues you the most? Like what kind of like who's the villain? What kind of baddies? Ghosts, monsters, serial killer. Like what's your thing? Or like what's the ones that you like the most if you were to go watch it? What does it need to have for you?
Like I said, it has to have that idea of being unknown. Like in Fright Night, the main villain himself, like he just seems somebody mysterious, and you're like, holy shit, like this guy's gonna fucking, what's he gonna do?
So like, did it draw you the fact? Wait, is he a vampire? Is he not a vampire? Did you like not knowing yet until obviously you got the answer? Like, yeah, he was a vampire.
Yeah, and then you're like, holy shit, and he knows this kid knows, and how's he gonna come about this, or when he's gonna kill him? Like it was cool. It wasn't scary to me, but it was also cool and kept my interest. Like all right, this is a pretty good horror movie for its time, and I've only seen it this month.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I think it just has to have that. I'm fine not knowing how something is the way it is.
Yeah.
I don't need to know that for me because I'll just be scared.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna
totally.
be with myself.
In your mind, you're thinking about it when you're in bed. It's not gonna scare you that you can't sleep, but you're thinking about it, and that's where I think now, as grown-ups, horror movie has done its justice. When you can't stop thinking about it, even if you know it's fake, obviously.
Right.
So I think that's pretty fucking cool. So yeah, like you like that unknown. Is that really a monster? Is it not a monster? I like that. Like, unknown things are cool.
Cloverfield was awesome to me.
Yeah, like they too. You don't see it like throughout the whole thing, and it works. I thought it worked. I thought it was scary at times too. And even 10 Cloverfield Lane did that to me too, because the unknown. You haven't seen it, but it's the same thing. It's like kind of like that unknown. What's out there? You know what I mean? Like, is it really there? They're basing it on one person's knowledge.
Right.
And that's where it hooks you.
When is this monster gonna show up?
Yeah.
It's what
Exactly.
how to tie into it.
Yeah, I think those movies work. Like unknown movies, that actually those are super rare, believe it or not.
Yeah, that's
you know,
why
on any level, whether it's a monster or not. Like, is that really there? Is it not there? We're going by the basis on this person. Is that really true? You know what I mean? So I think that works as a horror film too, because the unknown is always scary. But outrageous, tell me, when it's not so outrageous and you're getting scared at night when things go bump? Do you like horror movies?
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Man, that's great. You love it. I like that. Go ahead, man. What you got something to say about horror movies?
Actually, I have a lot to say.
Yeah.
Like I said, pretty much growing up, I actually judged the cover of the artwork on the actual film on the VHS. I'm thinking like, okay, that's scary because that looks scary.
Oh yeah.
On the picture box.
Pictures.
So pretty much as I actually grew and developed, and I watched certain films, I'm like, damn, that's scary. From there, like, you know, from watching Hellraiser to Freddy Krueger, you know, to all these little, you know, all the generic horror iconic monsters, I actually grew fear. And then as I got older, it wasn't the same, and I got disappointed. So as the closest thing to this, not to say up to date, would be paranormal. Only
like
reason
paranormal?
why is because since you can't see it, you can't tell.
Ghosts.
But it's a proven fact. And then you got people having exorcism and the brujeria,
Yeah.
which means witchcraft for all the people who don't
Yeah.
understand Spanish. You know, you got all these things that you look into it like, damn, you know, like I had an experience with so and so, and the lights turned off, and I, you know, or I played with the Ouija board, or some type of thing, something that you could relate to, you know,
Yeah.
for a lot of other audience out there that has some type of experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I feel like I actually more disappointed than I was when I was a kid watching it now.
I think growing up is what hurts it.
Yeah, correct.
You know, you're kind of seeing the fakeness of it, and you know it's bullshit because it's something that you can't really get back.
Yeah.
When you watch it as a kid, you thought it was the most realist thing you can ever see.
Correct.
I
But
mean, even
I won't lie. To this point, the right now the monster that scare me right now of all time is Hellraiser. Put it right there.
you know why?
Hellraiser.
Because he's real.
Yeah.
Like he's real.
Yeah, he's real.
He's not a CGI character.
Nope.
It's that makeup.
He follows
acting.
you.
Yeah.
You got his henchmen with him.
Yeah.
You can't run.
I totally see that.
Yep.
I totally see that. You know, but John, the not so good looking John, please tell me that you're a wuss like me and horror movies still scare you now to this day as a grown man. No, do you like horror movies?
Not a big fan of it. No.
Not a big fan?
Not because I'm scared of it, but because most of the horror movies I watch don't feel real to me. I'm not.
Ever? Not even when you were a kid?
Nah.
Really? Why?
I mean, when I was a kid, I never.
Yeah,
even
that's what I'm
watched-
saying,
I
when
never
you were a
even-
kid.
I've never even watched it when I was a kid.
Oh, you were like one of those people. No, I don't want to see
No,
that.
because I just never, like, for example, like, I didn't see, like, the Jason or, like, you know, the Friday the 13th or,
Yeah.
you know, Halloween. I saw that at, like, a later age. I'm not trying to be, like, you
No,
know,
that's fine.
but,
You were not haunted as a child by things
no.
because you watched a movie you shouldn't have.
I agree with Steve, though. Actually, the first horror movie I've seen that scared me, that scared me, not the first horror movie I've seen,
yeah.
but, like, the one that scared me the most was Blair Witch, because
Yeah.
I couldn't see
Jack shit.
nothing.
Yeah, same here.
And on top of that, when I
I believe the hell out of it.
yeah, when I seen, I'm sorry, they actually had like a documentary on the Blair Witch before
Yeah.
they even.
There was one on TV.
Yeah, there was like a documentary on it, and that's what made me believe. That's what made me scared the most. I feel that the horror movies now are actually getting a lot better than the ones in the past.
You think they're getting better?
Yeah, only
How?
because I think directors are starting to figure out. Okay, yeah, they're starting to get it. Like, we can't just make stupid movies where
Some are. I agree. Some are.
like The Conjuring.
Yes, James Wan is
Exactly.
one that I could thank for in this generation of horror
James
films.
Wan, and you know, like the movie Sinister.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was great.
Yes.
I like
Sinister was
Sinister.
great.
A lot of people didn't because they felt undersold.
That movie Devil, when they were in the elevator.
Yeah, I thought it was good too.
Yeah, you know, like,
Really, you like that?
I like Devil. I did. I
Oh,
like.
I wasn't a big fan of that.
But you realize what you're watching is the old school way of horror movies, not the new school way.
But they're using the
But that's
old.
better.
Yeah, but like they're
But
using.
you
they're
understand what I'm saying,
they're
right?
They're mixing styles to make a better movie.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I like the new way of, like, they're starting to get it. They're starting to.
My
They're
question:
trying to see. Yeah.
do you like unpredictability in actual horror films?
Yes. I don't.
And do we get that? Do we get that right now? Be honest.
Some.
In some.
Yeah.
But when I'm talking about but we never got it before.
Yeah, correct.
Or it's been a while.
We never got. Yeah, it's been a while. We never got it before. That's why I'm saying they're starting to get it. Like for example, perfect example that Mr. Sandman brought up was Paranormal.
Yeah.
That's what's hitting right now. That's what's
But
popular.
I'm just saying. But the first one.
Paranormal Activity.
Yes.
Yeah, but how many people? But for example, this is true. How many actually people you can go to actual Hispanic households and say, "Oh, I have a Ouija board," and they say,
Yeah.
No, don't touch that.
From what I hear, from what I hear, that
Saca eso de mi casa right away. That's what they would say, right?
yeah, but from what I hear, that movie was good too.
What?
All right,
Ouija?
yeah, Ouija.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ouija, the recent film that just came out
Yeah,
now. Yes.
exactly,
Not
yes.
the old one, not the 2013
Not the first one.
Or not the Netflix series part.
Yeah.
They
but
have
I'm
a
just-
series? Is
I'm
that-
sorry, not a series, the actual film. That's called
Yeah,
the
they have
Ouija
a Netflix
Experiment. Correct, if I'm wrong, right there. It's called
Yeah,
the
no,
Ouija
I got
Experiment,
you. Yeah.
which was horrible.
But I'm just saying, that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
You know, the listeners could disagree with me, but I mean,
Comment. Tell them
Yeah.
Ugly John is fucking stupid. He don't know shit.
They're not good looking, John.
Yeah.
Let me ask you
if
something.
they get me more mad, I'm gonna put, I'll give them a real horror. I'm gonna post my face up on that comment section.
That sounds gonna
yeah.
put your face right on it.
John's
Just
gonna-
post a picture on my
John's
feed.
gonna-
Let's change the subject. 'cause
My face looks like the Two-Face from The Dark Knight.
Damn, John, you're ugly.
I know.
Let me ask you a question. Do you have a preference?
Why do you defend everybody?
Don't
He's
defend.
not.
Stop being. Stop.
I'm just
wait,
fucking
stop,
with you,
Vanessa.
John.
Stop ruining.
Stop
Don't ruin the mystery
Being nice.
of what I look like.
You can't.
You
can't help.
a meme.
You can't help an ugly man. If it wasn't for me, he wouldn't have a real job right now on this podcast, on this show. There's no video.
Well, once the video
He has
airs,
great personality.
all questions will
That's
be
all that
answered.
matters.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
It's all.
You're good.
That's all you have to offer.
He has this. His
Steve's like, in this lifetime or the next.
Do you have?
Keep smiling, John. Keep smiling.
Yeah.
That's what John should end the whole conversation. Be grateful.
No, John, I'm thankful. Okay.
We can stomach you because we've known you for years. That's the thing. We can stomach what you look like. He doesn't have a bag over his head, but we are contemplating and wondering if we should put one for the video. And I think we're leaning more towards the yes. You know,
Yeah, John should wear some mask or some type of headgear throughout every episode.
where it just doesn't show. He'd be like the Daft Punk on my show.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That
what I
would
was
be
thinking.
great, man.
Yeah,
But-
that's
Yeah,
what I'm
but
trying to.
what
Go ahead.
about the other segment?
What segment?
He's supposed to go to,
He could wear his.
in the movies.
No. Oh, yeah, no. We're working on something. We're trying to figure out how that's going to work. It's very hard because he's going to be the host of my show. He might go under another name and they won't know that it's him. So-
But we're already telling the listeners.
we call
who
it-
are watching right now or listening right now.
Like, he'll be like Dan, good-looking Dan.
you're gonna switch it up on. He's gonna
Sexy Dan.
He's gonna M Night Shyamalan.
No, we should
Yeah.
call him. Jonathan's middle name is Peter.
Oh, Peter.
Yeah.
Hot Peter. Peter Hot. So,
Right.
back at it. John, in the short time that you've seen horror movies, do you have a favorite? Do you like watching a certain kind of movie? A horror film?
Do I watch it?
Yeah, do you have like a preference?
As in, like, what? As in, like, the style of it, or like?
Yeah, no, like, what do you like? What kind of monsters? Do you like monsters? Do you like ghosts? Do you like
Would you
unknown,
consider-
like Steve? That's a good
Would you
one.
consider Cloverfield?
Yeah, he brought it up. That's kind of like the unknown.
Oh, you
like
did bring up Cloverfield?
Yeah, it goes under the unknown. Like, what is that? What is that? Like, that's like the whole like, oh my god, we don't know what that is. Did you see it? Did you see it?
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
I
Cloverfield was
love
good.
Cloverfield. I
Awesome.
actually did like it.
But that's my whole point, though. Like the whole unpredictability, as everybody mentioned here, like the unpredictability of like you don't know what the heck's going on. You don't
Yeah.
know. You don't know what you're looking at. You don't know what. You don't know nothing. You know nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like.
I like that though. I do the
Because,
unknown. Like, is it there?
I
Is
need
it
a
really
movie-
there?
I
Is it
need a
not
horror
there?
movie that I could connect to, that like I could put myself in their shoes and be like, you know,
You'll
I don't-
scare yourself not knowing.
Yeah, exactly. Like in real life, if
Yep.
if you ever like witnessed a ghost in
Yeah.
your house, you don't know what that ghost is gonna look like, but you
Yeah.
know there's a presence there.
Yeah.
You know,
Or
like
even
You wanna know what's
simpler, or
funny?
Even simpler, like you could be like in the middle of the ocean and not know what the hell's on.
That's exactly what I'm gonna say. You know what's considered an unknown horror film? Jaws.
Yeah,
Jaws
yeah,
is
yeah.
considered like you're seeing the fin. You
No,
know
it's
it's a
not.
shark, but you really don't have a face to that
Actually,
shark.
I have a. Actually, I have a recommendation to all the audience out there listening. If you actually, he mentioned Jaws. Watch The Shallows. It's actually pretty good. I just watched it.
I want to watch it.
I just watched it. It's
I'm
pretty
actually
good.
gonna blind buy it
That's actually pretty good.
because I know it got great reviews.
I was
like,
very
really
entertained by it. It was really good.
Good. So it's just not some shitty.
No.
Jaws knockoff.
It was
Fantastic.
really
I am
good.
gonna buy it, though.
I was very entertained as I watched it. Definitely recommend it.
$15 I buy.
If you have PSN, actually, it's actually $4.99
Oh, for rent? Where you rent it?
for rent. For rent, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
But me no
It's
rent. Me buy.
$5 with tax.
$5 with tax. So yeah, that's cool. I guess like I said, it's true. I am a horror fanatic. Horror films is what I watch first in my primary days.
That's your favorite genre?
My favorite genre of all time. Out of all the films that I can actually,
Really?
yeah, none of it was funny. The greatest films I've ever seen in my entire life, none of them are horror films. Because that's a general one. But I do have a top 10 greatest horror movies of all time for me.
What was the first?
The Exorcist.
Yes, I remember you
That
telling me
was a
that.
creepy one.
And we'll get to why. But
Paranormal.
it goes paranormal.
What I said though.
But paranormal is not my favorite horror movies to watch.
Son looks like he just hit the nail on the head with
Yeah.
Yeah, he got me.
Paranormal.
I will tell you why Exorcist is on another level for me. Don't get it. I will tell you. But my favorite kind of horror movies to watch, I love me some monsters.
Me
Give
too.
me my
Yeah,
monsters.
but they won't scare you.
Huh?
They won't scare you like that, right?
No, it's not that. But it's not about being scared. It's I like
But isn't that the whole
as a
point?
kid, Freddy Krueger did me.
Not me.
Put me under the covers. How old were you when you watched Freddy Krueger? Like when you got your first. What was your first Nightmare on Elm Street? That's the question.
No, my first scare was Hellraiser.
But see, that's what I mean by monsters. Hellraiser
And he was
goes with
extreme.
monsters.
And he was extreme.
When I got scared.
That's what I mean by monsters.
And
He's more of a ghost.
No, not Candyman. It was fucking Gremlins.
Yeah, like
A petrified.
Really?
Yeah.
You were scared of gremlins?
oh, they're scared.
No, not
I will-
Gremlins.
I will-
Not Gremlins. I'm sorry, Leprechaun.
Leprechaun, really? Okay,
Oh.
the first one because those are real horror films. I'm talking about the first one.
Absolutely not.
Believe it or not, I can understand if you were scared of Gremlins. The first Gremlins is not a comedy. It's nowhere near funny.
Really? I
mean,
felt
it's
that.
not supposed to be. Dude, there's nothing funny by two cops watching 2 or 3 Gremlins attacking Santa Claus. Like literally like killing him in front of them and they think he's joking. And he's not, and they're literally killing him. Or even the lady that gets killed by like on her electric thing. It might look funny in your head, but when you watch it, they were not being funny.
Oh,
The second one, yes, it became funny. Gremlins 2 is like Fright Night Part 2, where it was like scary when it was supposed to be. Not Gremlins 2, it was funny all the
love the
whole
theme
way.
song.
Was that the Hulk Hogan one?
Yes. Part 1 would not have Hulk Hogan at all. What were you gonna say, Don?
The theme song for the Gremlins was I love it.
It's very catchy. Yeah.
Even but do you remember that? Do you remember the part? The only part that was really kind of funny, but not really, was when the old lady looked out the window and they were caroling.
Oh yeah. I
Like
remember that.
like that's kind of. I mean, as a grown up, that's funny. As a kid, I remember being creeped out because they were scary looking. Like on a whole, the Gremlins were not. Even when they got wet with water.
No.
Remember when Gizmo got wet with water? That was creepy.
No.
Like,
Like Gizmo's so cute.
yeah, like he's so cute. And he, and like, but even when he was bugging out, when he. You're gonna get me sued.
My bad.
Steven Spielberg is gonna come after me.
Sorry, Steven Spielberg.
But I'll see if that works. The best part about it is it's done in parody, so that's a good thing. I think I'm all right.
Yes.
Hey,
But
Lou,
yes,
Lou, do you know what got me first?
what?
A girl you couldn't see throughout the whole movie.
When the Ring?
No, Blair Witch.
The Blair Witch. Yeah, you don't see shit.
like I said
no,
before.
I'll tell you this one. Blair Witch Project. I saw it day one theater. Didn't know what the fuck. I'm talking theaters. Day one. I believed. I took in everything. Nah, that movie was old.
I think we saw it in VHS.
Yeah, I think you saw. That movie got me. That movie. Yeah, I saw that in theaters. I believed the hype, the news, what they said, and I went in there, and I saw it, and I was so fucking scared. Why? Because that was the beginning of the founder footage thing, where you were gullible enough to believe what you're watching. excuse me, what you're watching. And every time it was what you couldn't see because it was nighttime, and when you heard, I actually closed my eyes so I could pay attention to my hearing. Oh my god, it scared the shit out of me. The scene when they run out of the tent.
Oh, because you it looked
The
like
scene when they run out of the tent is not fucking cute. I remember to this day. You want to know what's cool? That was a legit scare, meaning for those actors.
Really?
Yeah. The cool part about Blair Witch, they were given what they were gonna do for that day per day. They were given a little bit of the script on what was gonna happen today. They were not.
Good.
Yeah.
Cool they did that.
Yep. They were not. They didn't know what they were gonna do to them. Remember what drove them out of the tent? The shaking.
Yeah.
They didn't expect that.
Oh shit! So
They
just
didn't
ran
expect.
out.
Yeah.
I need to rewatch
The
now.
scene where the girl goes, "What the fuck is that?" A crew member scared the shit out of her, standing all in white over some bushes. It scared the fuck out of her. You know what I mean? Really. When they told the guy to leave, the one with the beard, the tall one, that he disappeared, they didn't expect him to disappear. Though they knew that they were making a movie, but they didn't know what they were working with every day. And they did not expect the hair wrapped in the thing with the bones or whatever it was that they found. They didn't know what to look like, and that's what made it unique, and that's what makes it so amazing. And that's why I hold it as one of the greatest horror films ever made. That's on my top 10 as one of the greatest horror movies ever made. But back to real quick before I tell you about Exorcist, monsters. I love me some monsters. Why? Because Freddy Krueger did it to me. Fuck, man. The first movie with the part that sold me was when Tina, this character Tina, was walking in the alleyway in her dream, and she sees Fred Krueger, being that she doesn't know what it is, who he is, and he's spreading his arms across, and he's like rubbing his knives up on the wall, and you see the sparks, and she says, "Please God," and he says, "This is God," and he shows his hand. You can't get that with ghosts. Ghosts don't do that. You know what I mean? Like ghosts don't talk back. You know, and that's why I'm a huge fan of monsters. Not necessarily Jason, because he don't talk back. He's just, but it's cool as a. He was for me. Don't get it twisted. Yeah, the first time around, totally. But more. Yeah.
Pissed in my bed.
Yeah, I was afraid of creeks and shit, like bro.
Yeah, dude, man.
I don't want to go near
He
it.
kept you out of the woods, bro.
Oh, yeah, it would
Yeah.
drag you right into the water.
Yeah, man.
No.
Like, that's what I wanted to say. Not necessarily Jason, but the kid that is supposed to be Jason. The first movie gets me hard. When he pulls the girl out of in the water, I still to this day kind of like can't watch it because it kind of like my kid comes out. At that moment, I'm like, you're a grown man. Just pay attention. It's fake. It's bullshit. But it's done so good, and it's in slow motion. It's a real thing. It's a monster, and it's freaking. It looks fucking disgusting. And it was the first time I ever seen, like, he's supposed to be like a special child. And I'm like, oh my God, that's fucking scary. I was not exposed to special kids yet at that time. Fred Krueger was like real. Even though he attacked you in your dreams, the reality of him was that, he was a child killer that was murdered by the parents, and now he's coming back and haunting these kids who are the next generation of children of the kids that he killed. So like if like this one family, they had their son or daughter killed, that this is their second child, and he's terrorizing their second children. You know what I mean? So like the idea that it was so scary, especially when they told the backstory of that. I always remember being so scared of that shit. You know what I mean? Like they build it up so well, but monsters gets me.
I heard real quick. I heard that they're making another movie, Jason versus another
Michael
monster.
Myers.
Michael Myers.
They trying to throw Michael Myers in there.
Yeah.
I can't fuck with that,
I
yo.
don't know. The Freddy versus Jason thing was.
You know what pisses me off is they use it. That's a phenomenon now. That is just like, it's you're just literally showering it up.
I just want to see if they made it better.
But it won't be a horror movie because
I never watched it.
did you ever think that even Jason Freddy vs. was a it became a comedy that turned into a little bit of an action movie, and it's just like, why are you, what's the horror aspect of it? It just sucks, you know what I mean? It's like, it's kind of horrible. It's so sad seeing them go up in flames.
I want to see if they learned something from the other one.
It would be nice. I mean, hey, you never know,
saying?
you know? And it's just like, eventually when you do all these sequels, it becomes something else, and it's just like, do you even remember what you used to be? You know, But what gets me, you guys asked me what was my favorite horror movie. Not so good looking, John. It's The Exorcist, and the movie. What's funny is that it's got a very slow build up, but this is what's creepy. That exorcism is timeless. Every other movie that does exorcisms falls short.
That's true.
No other exorcism could creep me the fuck out. It set a humongous bar, and you know what's fucked up? We have the ability now to make it look better, to be more convincing, but we don't because we get lazy. This is what I mean. Did you know that room was actually cold?
Was it?
Yes.
So that was real.
Yes.
Like,
obviously, you can't fake that. In the 70s, you can't fake that.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
But even knowing that, they could have just left the window open, filming in the winter. No, they had refrigerators in that bitch. They would leave them on overnight, so when they walked in there, it was a cold fucking room. So them having their coats on, it ain't for fucking show. They're fucking cold. You know what I mean? That poor girl was in a fucking bata, in a fucking nightgown, cold. You know what I'm saying? Doing what she's doing, cold. You know what I mean? So like that adds an extra sense of like realism when you do like those small things. But like we live in an age where we CGI breath now. It could be a nice hot summer night, and if we want it to be cold, put on a coat and then just talk, and then we'll put the breath on in post. But it wasn't just that. The way that they sell that exorcism, it's almost to the point where I can't watch it. I can't watch it alone. I'm a grown ass man, 37 years old. That scene still gets me. Just put the exorcism scene on, turn off all the lights, and I'm by myself. It's very hard to watch. But I also love it because it's the only thing that gets under my skin as a grown man. And that's why I let myself go through that torture. You know what I mean? Can I ask you something? Is there something that you can let... Oh, Candyman's another one. Candyman is something that I can't stomach. It's not the whole movie. The ending.
I have to see it again, man.
The ending, it's the ending. Do you remember the movie? Where there was like a baby in a bonfire, and the girl went to go get it, and she ended up getting like burned because of it. Like she saved this child, and then there's like her ex-husband or ex-boyfriend is in distraught. She got like a whole he had like a girl because he was cheating on her in the movie, and he said her name 5 times, and she came in. She was like burnt. She had no hair. She had a hook. They killed Candyman, so she's like the new Candyman, so to speak. That scene gets me. That's scary as shit. You know what I mean?
Candyman freaked me out.
Yeah, Candyman still. He has a scary ass voice. The kind of characters. It's a backstory. The backstory is what gets you. How he's an ex-slave. He fell in love with a white woman. White people killed him, and they chopped his hand off and jammed a hook into his hand. That's his folklore. But I just admitted to you a movie that I watch with the lights off to still scare myself. Do you guys have one? Yeah, have you guys ever put yourself through one? I mean, is there one that you could watch that you could be like, let me turn off all the lights? Huh?
I can't watch Leprechaun.
Yeah. That one still gets you to this day. If you put Leprechaun on, lights turn off by yourself.
I haven't watched Leprechaun in the longest time, and people have suggested it. As soon as they find out I'm scared of.
No, I was gonna say just angle it to her.
As soon as they find out I'm scared of it, because I don't share this information freely.
Yeah.
People have a
That's what I want. I want everybody to admit to me.
I don't like haunted houses.
Okay.
My best friend has dragged me to a haunted house, like blindfoldly, and she got dragged through the mud. There are things that scare the shit out of me, and Leprechaun.
Let me ask you this: because Leprechaun gets you, if you were to go into a haunted house, are midgets like short people? Do they get you?
I don't know. No.
If a short man came out of a haunted house, do they get you?
Out of me in the dark, it's a problem.
Which Leprechaun? Because they have a lot.
The first one. She's talking about the first one with Jennifer Aniston of all people. Believe it or not. She's the woman. Before Friends, bro. Yeah. It's just a tad. A year. We're talking about year and a half. It was just before Friends. Just a tad. Yeah. So Leprechaun got to, let me ask you something. Well, no, something. You don't respect horror movies. What's wrong with you, man? But Don, is there a movie that you can watch now with the lights off that won't make you not so Donish? The Don just comes out and he'd be like, I'm just Steve now. Oh my God, no. No, serious. Like, is there a scene or a moment? It's not necessarily a whole movie. Like for me, it's like, for instance, the entire Exorcism. It's hard to watch by myself with the lights on. Do you got something like that?
Man, I wish honestly I wish I knew because then I would watch it again.
What did you say that scared you? When you Blair Witch. Here you go. The scene when the girl's screaming when they go into the house and she's screaming, she's looking for the guy.
Yeah.
Do you think that you can watch that with the lights turned off by yourself?
Honestly, I haven't seen that scene in a long time. So
But But do you remember like how chilling the scene is? Because she's screaming and she's screaming hard body.
I feel like that movie was so well marketed that I believed it.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit, this is real.
Almost to the point that you're disappointed a little bit that it's
like
fake.
Now I, I'm just like, all right, I know it's fake.
I still hold it to as high as respect because they got me. You got me. You know, you got credit.
They had a documentary, like a whole documentary.
Yeah.
Right before the movie came out. And I remember watching the documentary. I'm like, oh, they have all this fucking.
It's like all this information. It happened.
Yeah, and it's real. I don't want to go to Rickettsville.
Yeah, it's like I'm going.
Yeah.
You know what's fucked up? What's funny is that you can't get nobody like that no more. Meaning, like, even paranormal activity, you can't get nobody no more. Even if they're using those cameras, like they say, oh, we put cameras everywhere in the house so they can see. Blair Witch got me. You can't fool me once. Shame on me. Fool me twice.
Yeah, you're
Shame
not
on
gonna get me again, Caps.
Yeah. But no, like, I could get that. That scene, if you ever get a chance, watch it. It's on my Vudu. You can watch it whenever you want. Let me know. Watch it with the lights turned off. Let me know if the scene. It's the ending that I believe will get you.
Yeah,
unless you could tell me the ending is just so nerve wracking. The screaming, the yelling, and then all of a sudden you see that guy. He's standing on the wall. It does it. That could get me now. Even now.
Yeah, that's
You know.
shit.
Yeah.
Watch the second one.
Book Shadows.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean Blair Witch the remake? Oh,
Yeah,
don't
the
scare me. I'm
remake,
like,
the
Book of
remake, the
Shadows.
remake. Not
I'm
the
gonna
Book of
watch it
Shadows.
when I get a chance. I'm gonna definitely do that. I need to. My Blair Witch Project loving self needs to.
Yeah, for all the fans out there, ignore the Book of Shadows.
Yeah,
Just
definitely.
watch
It
the
was-
remake of the Blair
That's
Witch.
that's what
It does
called
justice.
a sequel that doesn't do it.
Is that
But
the one where they burn?
Book of Shadows?
Don't they burn something?
I don't remember.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. They did that in the factory.
Is that one?
But what sucks?
A group of people, like a bunch of
Yeah.
friends, all go back to the town.
And then they
shit.
burn.
And they all like basically get like drunk or whatever, but it's really them getting possessed, and they're all naked around, and then killed like some tourists or something.
Yeah.
And then they burn something. Is that the one?
Who knows? All they do, it's a movie, as opposed to like what the other one was. It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like a founder footage, real camera, blah blah blah. But Blair Witch, give it a try. Let me know what you think of that. I want to know if you ever get a chance to watch Blair Witch again by yourself with the lights off, where nobody's bothering you. Because that's the only way horror movies work.
Yeah,
I feel
true.
you have to watch them by yourself. If you watch them in a group and people are laughing, you're gonna laugh too. Is
It's
the
true.
the suspension of disbelief goes away. Suspension of disbelief, because that's what make horror films work. Outrageous. Oh, please tell me. Admit to yourself when you're not outrageous. If the lights are off and you're not feeling so outrageous, is there a horror movie that you can say that if the lights were turned off, it kind of would get you, not just the entire movie, maybe a scene that maybe still gets you because of whatever connection, maybe from your childhood or something like that?
As of right now, to be honest, I stated it before. Hellraiser still
Now,
does
let me
it.
ask, because
Even now as I watched
got
it as
one.
an adult.
The first Hellraiser, right?
Yes, the first and then the third.
I can tell you this again because it's always in the end, you know.
Mm.
In Hellraiser, the scene where all the hooks takes that guy and is like holding him like this at the end of the movie.
Correct.
And the girl that, you know, the main character of the movie, she comes into the room and she's seeing the dude get all hooked up. And Pinhead, that's what he goes by, Pinhead, sees that she comes in the room and he says, "This isn't for your eyes." It comes like, he does it so good, the voice.
Yeah.
That scene gets to me. Because it's like, it puts you in that position where it's like you walking in and you seeing a monster and he tells me that what I'm about to see is not for my eyes. And he says it in a creepy ass voice like that. You get me.
Yeah.
And then the guy says Jesus wept and like gets pulled all over.
Yeah,
the fucking
correct.
place.
Oh yeah, that's a good.
That
monster movie.
exactly.
Yeah,
For
man.
example, he was the one to still insinuate that fear in me to the point that I would put the covers on me and I would
Nice.
I would pray the freaking Hail Mary in Spanish. I'd be like Santa Maria, Madre,
Yo,
whatever.
And that box is gonna appear in the middle.
Yeah,
Like
because that was scary to me.
the very beautiful Vanessa has explained that you cannot put Leprechaun on for her and then close the door and turn off the lights and leave her be. So we already know that she doesn't have to prove that to me, but I do want a little open invitation. Steve, if you ever get a chance, watch the Blair Witch Project by yourself with the lights off. If you ever get a chance, Oscar, I want you to do the same thing. I just want to know what your reaction was. You know what I mean? I want to know if those scenes that might have scared you back then can still kind of creep you out now. I'm not looking for you to. I know you're not gonna put the covers over yourself.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. If it was like a leprechaun, like or a midget, I would put like a doorstop. To be honest, I want to be that scared.
You'll put a doorstop, keep the door open a little bit.
Yeah.
Awesome. I just want a little bit of a. I need honesty.
Yeah, that's my honesty right there.
Little people do it for you? Oh man, Vanessa, you're so mean. Poor little people. No, there are people that are scared of little people because of horror movies with little people.
I love watching them run. I love watching them laugh.
Yeah, that's messed up.
I'm being serious, but that movie scared the shit out of me.
Oh, it's great.
We have to watch it now.
Oh, it's so funny. John, what do you got? What do you got? Is there something that you can admit to like being scared of? If I were to tell you, hey John, I'm gonna leave you with this movie right here. I'm gonna close the door, turn off the lights, and have a good time.
Titanic.
Is it the part that? Is it the part that?
She keeps mentioning that because
John cried.
Yeah, I cried.
Oh, he
Why
cried.
you
But I
cry?
don't want to know what made you cry. I want to know what scares the living shit out of you. That makes you cry for your mom and dad because you watched something and you need to sleep with them.
Besides Blair Witch, like. I
What
don't know,
is it?
it's
The same
hard for-
scene?
It's hard for me to get scared.
Is
of
it the
horror
same
movies.
scene though? Like the one that I mentioned to Steve about with the screaming and then they're in the house and he's
that's
walking.
right, Yeah, that's
Yeah, like that gets. No, and also the what the fuck is that scene? Like that scene gets
that
me.
Scene, that scene gets me, but
Jeepers Creepers, did that do anything to you?
no.
No.
Although I really like
No.
that.
I know you do. I know you do.
I
know
like
you
that
do.
movie, but it wasn't like scary.
Yeah.
You know? Like it was just like, oh, that's pretty cool.
What about the bless you?
Bless you.
What about the idea of Michael Myers?
Nah.
The idea of a stalking guy.
I was scared of that.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'd be a blanket over the head.
No.
When I saw it, I was just I was like a teen.
Yeah. You watched it
so
a
I
little too
wasn't
old.
scared. I couldn't get scared.
I've
never seen this. Until recently, I've never seen the second one.
Yeah.
That's why I was.
But that's why I said that the idea of Michael Myers, does that creep you out? You said no, but it still does to the idea of what he does. It still creeps me the fuck out because it's real. That's why.
I was just gonna say. That's why I was gonna ask you.
It's
like,
not because
do you mean
it-
like that idea that like he's like an unstoppable?
Like that's what I'm
person?
saying. No, not unstoppable, because he was not a monster in Halloween 1 and 2. He ain't no monster.
No,
He's
but-
not a
but he
undead monster.
He became.
Yeah,
that.
which
But-
is what
but-
I don't put that on the table. That's just
Yeah.
like stupid.
All right. No, but-
Um,
yeah, the idea is scary. But
now let me ask you this: have you guys ever seen the movie Psycho?
Yes.
The
No.
no.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Have you watched Bates Motel?
No.
Okay.
Is it good?
Very good.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be a prequel to that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And at first I was very like questionable about it. It's very good.
Do you know what Psycho is about?
Yeah, he becomes,
Watching Bates Motel, like.
he becomes obsessed with his mother, and he kind of like projects his idea of murdering into this image of his mother.
Okay.
And he kind of blames his mother for these murders that happen.
Yeah.
And in the show, that's
Yeah, that's what it is.
starts
That's what I'm saying. Are
evolving.
you getting an idea what the movie's about?
Yeah, and I've seen parts of Psycho, but nothing that is
Yeah.
memorable enough for me to recall, except for like the mask and the whole shower scene
Yeah.
and things like that. But watching the show, I think helps me understand the idea behind Psycho.
Yeah.
In general.
Okay. Here's another one. Have you guys ever seen the movie Scream?
Yes.
Yes, I hated it.
Oh,
Sorry, I hated it. I didn't
it's
like
okay.
it.
No,
It's okay.
I like the first one.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say
I'm
the fir-
speaking
the
of the
first
first.
one.
I'm speaking of the first
The
one.
first one was
My
good.
first time watching
And,
it, I was scared when I was a kid.
That goes along. I mean,
That's
Steve.
it.
I mean, Oscar. You don't like slasher films, so
Nope.
you know, that's that. I can understand why, but
They're exaggerated.
yeah,
Way
Most-
too exaggerated.
most
you
of them,
got to. But
absolutely.
that's what film is about. It's
That's
about
what
the
Hollywood is
exaggeration of
about.
it. No, I mean, if you showed it normal, ain't nobody watching normal shit.
You know,
You never know.
You'll be
Some of
surprised.
the most simple things have scared me the most.
That's what Psycho is. Because Psycho is super
Yeah.
simple.
Yeah.
Guy with a
and
psychological
it's
problem.
very
So.
direct. And
You know,
it's
but
scary.
the reason why I segued over into Scream is because besides of the mask, besides the knife, is who's under the mask
Yes.
and why he's there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what I liked about Scream is the realism of the person that's underneath the mask. Why did he do it? Because he wifed up the daughter of the man, of the woman that separated his marriage, his mom and dad's marriage.
Mm-hmm.
So he like was doing all that stuff to get revenge for the breaking up of the family. What do you think about that? A guy that gets driven to kill for that reason in horror movies.
There's a very thin line between sanity and insanity.
Yeah.
And there comes a point in time where tragic things happen that push you over the edge.
Yeah.
And that's what's scary to me. What pushes someone over the edge? Because everyone's threshold is very different.
Yeah.
You know, what I can endure, someone else can, and that'll push them over the edge.
Yeah.
And it's like, who can you trust at the end of the day? Those kind of movies are the ones that scare me, that make you question, like, fuck, like, I have a friend that's kind of like that. Or, hey, I've kind of heard of something similar to that. Like,
because that's something that can really happen. If you heard that on the news, that'll be scary as hell.
Absolutely.
Like, guy and his friend get together to get revenge on someone that got their family broken apart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's scary as shit. That's why I hold Scream, another movie that goes under one of my favorite horror movies of all time. Because and then of course the awesomeness of them using horror movies to draw them out.
Doritos.
Yes, Doritos.
Sorry.
Sponsors. Please, Doritos.
Hopefully, Doritos.
Yeah, hopefully. We're eating Doritos while we talk.
Yeah,
so please.
and you'll be part of the video podcast.
Yes, that is awesome movie watching snacks.
Yes.
Doritos.
You know what
Have
we should
some.
do?
No, your
We should
weakness
do
don't cut it
a
out,
horror
John.
movie roulette. Like, just write a whole bunch of
Let's
movies on a board
Uh-huh.
and spin
Last
the
time I
thing.
checked,
And
Oh,
whatever lands
have
on
a
that's
horror
what we
movie
watch.
roulette. That'll be
Yeah.
awesome. Think about it. I'm trying to think of stuff. That's one of that. But I'm before I leave, before the show ends. I mean, after the show ends, we'll talk about that.
Alright.
But that's one of the reasons why I love Scream so much. Again, it's another one that goes under my top 10. I'm not placing it on a number. That'll be for another time. But that's why I love Scream. Psycho and Scream, it has that kind of like mental breakdown and all that shit and that
raw.
stuff. Yeah.
Things that are raw,
Yeah.
I think, really get to the core. Even however cheesy it is or whatever, I think it really touches you no matter how far back you watch it or how far in advance.
And that's where it went from monsters for me to real killers.
Yeah.
And that's why, like I said, Psycho, Scream, this other movie, shit, I can't remember what it was. Halloween. You know what I mean? Because they're real. Those people are real. This can happen. You know what I mean? So like Killer on the Loose kind of shit. You know, so that's where it goes under for me. Then I always hold it to like this awesome respect. Is there anything else that you guys like think that is like, oh, that's some creepy stuff? Like, oh, the ideas of creepiness besides leprechauns, Vanessa? Do you have something else? Do you know if not that scare you, but that like still intrigue you?
All right. This may be laughable. It's not a movie. It's more of like a show. The was it R.L. Stein?
R.L.
started-
Stein.
R.L. Stein. Goosebumps?
R.L. Stein, Goosebumps.
Goosebumps series.
You like the Goosebumps stuff?
You know what it is?
When I was a kid.
I understood the fact that they weren't real.
Yeah.
But the way they were presented at that time made me feel.
Yeah,
as
that's
if
what they were for.
These things that sprung from real events.
Yeah.
And then obviously led to like the imagination and things like that. But anything that questions the reality between existence and imaginary, for me, is scary.
Yeah.
Because how does anyone know that's not possible? You
What
know?
the parent like
The
things like?
paranormal, for example.
I'm not. That's why I'm not big on that. I don't believe in that shit.
But even if you don't believe
still
it,
gets
there's
you.
still a question whether it exists.
That's
or
what I'm
it
trying to
doesn't.
say. The paranormal stuff don't get me. It's the realism of the exorcism in The Exorcist
Right.
that gets me.
What was that movie that came out where that girl recorded herself sleeping and she was like, she like woke up in the middle of the night just staring at her fucking.
Paranormal Activity.
Yes.
Yeah.
That movie scared the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, what if I do that?
Yeah.
What if I do that in the middle of the night?
See, like that's also what The Conjuring did to me. I like the part when
Conjuring was so
when the girl
Yo,
when the girl
That
was sleeping
shit scared
I was
the
like
and
13.
her cheeks come off
Yeah.
and then she gets just like pulled.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny. It's not even seeing it. It's the again, Steve, because you hit it on the note. The unknown is also still what gets me. It's what gets me now.
You don't need
What
to
you
know how
don't
it
see
started.
is what's golden. Like for instance, remember the scene when the mom she's looking down at the basement in The Conjuring. She does the match and then you hear the clap.
Yeah.
You know, whoa! That still makes me jump sometimes.
I didn't like that.
I'm not gonna be front. You know what do you mean you didn't like that?
It was.
You didn't like that?
Scary. It was uncomfortable.
No. It
It looked a little
the timing is still good to me. Like if I put it on, I'm gonna still be like, oh shit, because it's like if it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, like a beat like that, it does it on like 1.5, and you're like, oh shit. You're expecting it on the 2, but you're getting it on the 1.5, and it still gets you. it's like you're going no. It's like that's why I give him mad credit for that.
Right. The basement one took from The Conjuring when the mom fell down to the bottom of the house. She was trying to crawl out, and then she hears like someone touching her, and then it looked like a mother's witch's face.
Yeah. Oh, when the face comes out of nowhere? You don't expect that. Even when I watch it again, there's sometimes in that movie in The Conjuring, I'm like, damn, I forgot about that part.
I remember that.
I forgot about that part. What about stop eating spicy Doritos?
Roulette, guys.
Or keep eating spicy Doritos because we love them here. Doritos, you can sponsor us.
I'm crying.
But one of the things, like another thing, what about Saw? Gore films. Do they do something to you?
I
enjoyed
watching the first 2.
The
First 2 I like.
But I'm gonna keep it like all legit. We're just keeping it in the ones because eventually, when you make sequels, these movies they turn into something else, and they become a shell of what they used to be.
It was a fun movie. It was a fun it was fucked up. It was fucked up, but it was fun because you're like also trying to figure it out. You know, you're like they're in this game, and you're in it too because you're watching a movie. And you're just trying to figure it out because you feel like you're gonna die if you don't figure it out, and you're like, it's kind of fun in a way. You know, in a dark way.
It's interactive.
It's interactive, and you're like, holy shit, I can figure this out.
And he had that movie had definitely, in terms of horror films, one of the best surprise endings that a horror film can make. That he was laying dead there the whole time thing, that gets me. And the fact that he tells the guy, oh, the key is in the tub.
We'll just get the fuck out of this.
Nice, thank you. Then that's almost
You had
the
an
conclusion of our show.
unknown,
I'm so
unexpected.
happy it ends with somebody getting scared.
I just really got fucking scared. Will, you scared?
But
No, I just wasn't expecting the door to open.
How you doing, sir?
what's going on, man? What's going on?
Hello, Mr. Troll.
Thank you for scaring somebody on my show on the very last horror movie month one. That's fantastic. On the Halloween episode. That's fantastic. Thank you very much. Welcome to the show. We're wrapping up though, but thank you for ending that on a very high, scary note. Awesome. We're talking about horror movies and it influenced someone to get creeped the fuck out. It probably made you jump a little bit, right? Because he's like, oh shit, it's a leprechaun.
That's her thought. I thought it was thrilling.
Her screaming got me too because I'm looking at you and she's like, ah. So it got me.
I am the very opposite of a leprechaun.
Yes, you're a very tall man.
For the gore part, what do you think about Human Centipede?
No, that's not really gore.
That's
more like torture porn, and I'm not huge on that. That's just more to gross people out. And in my horror movies, grossing people out ain't my thing. You know, give me a nice death, give me a good monster, give me a real killer, and I'm good. Or in some cases, a paranormal killer, like in the Blair Witch or The Exorcist. Your mother sucks cocks in hell. I love that. That's good shit. You know what's crazy? I saw that movie in theaters. Like, they re-released it. People still got fucking creeped out by that.
Yeah, it's scary.
And there's some laugh because they were trying to hide their fear. I always think that anybody that laughs at The Exorcist, they're hiding their fear. There's some scary shit in that movie.
Yeah, sometimes I laugh. When someone scares me,
You're hiding it. Yeah, like you're masking it. You're masking it.
It's like a reaction.
Yeah, it's a laugh reaction because you're like, God, if I don't laugh at it, I'm gonna have a heart attack.
Not even. It's like automatic. Like I just laugh a little bit. Like, oh. Shit,
Yeah. When something gets you, I laugh because I'm proud of you for that moment. That's actually why I liked The Conjuring when it came out. Because I was like, damn, yo, it took a minute for me to actually get scared. It's been a long time. And I don't mean some cheap jump. I mean, like, god damn, that was a legitly scary moment.
Yeah,
and
I'm not going to stay in that scared state. You know?
Exactly.
I'm like, all right, you got me. You know?
Sinister did that to me. And it was the fact...
Yo, same here. That
Dark
shit gave me
hallways.
nightmares.
Yeah.
Sinister
Yeah,
gave
really?
me nightmares. Yes.
Can you still watch it? There we go. Can you watch that with the lights
Even
off
to
right
this-
now?
No, I can't.
Fantastic. Yeah,
I can't.
I brought it out of you, Oscar.
I can't.
There are moments, and I can point it out. The scene, it's just the dark hallways, bro.
Yo.
His son coming out of the
Yup.
box. His son coming out of the box.
It's the film reels that get me every single time.
What was that movie about I think they're in an asylum trying to find ghosts, and there's like a huge beast coming down the hallway.
Grave Encounters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? What is it?
It's in Netflix. It was, they showed the
Grave
first one.
Encounters?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yo,
I'll check it out. That was
the
creepy?
second one I
That
didn't
seems
like.
creepy.
I'll check it out.
You know what they
Maybe
try
tomorrow.
to do? The Grave Encounters try to do like a Blair Witch. They try to make it like a first person thing with the camera.
A founder footage.
Yeah, they tried doing that, and then the second one they just
They made a
did
sequel.
first person, and they did to like a third person.
Spy cam.
Yeah, they did that. The second one wasn't that good, but the first one was.
It was enough for 2, right? It was good enough for 2.
But that scene was scary because it's a hallway, a dark hallway, and this huge thing is coming. You know, like
A white creature.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like creature. I have no idea.
saw that
Yeah,
with
in
John
Sinister, the
Lennon.
videos that they show, which is the one that gets you? The lawnmower for me.
The lawnmower was for you.
Don't expect the part. The reason why is because you don't know when it's coming. When that first victim that's gonna get the lawnmower to their face.
Which movie?
To be honest, Sinister.
Or even the ones that drown.
Be honest, it's between the hanging and the drowning is what got me.
Yeah, the drowning one gets me.
I was
because
like, yeah, that was very
it puts
dark.
you in that perspective where you're pulling the rope.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh god, and they are just laying there
And I hate
lifeless.
I'm
defenseless.
not a big fan of Ethan Hawke, but he
Really?
sold it. He sold
I'm
it for
a
that
huge fan
film.
of Ethan Hawke.
He sold
Not
it.
even talking about horror movies. He's a fucking great actor.
He was fantastic for
Yeah, he's
Sinister.
great because he can act, man. And,
Yeah.
and the gold stuff is not even the scary shit. It's the him and his interacting with his wife. You
Yeah.
know, like them arguing in the bedroom and all that shit is good shit. What also gets me is the scene towards the end when he's going up the attic and then you get the Bagul, he does his like little head thing.
Yeah.
And he falls on the floor.
Oh, yeah,
It's like towards the end, and then all of a sudden you just see the film falls down and the camera falls down. You're like, God damn it, yo, like all that clattering and clanking and shit.
Yo,
Like,
when
it's
his
like,
daughter,
fuck, man.
when his daughter said, "I'm gonna make you famous," I was
Woo!
like,
yeah. That's also another thing I'm not a big fan of. Child possessions. I'm not big. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the child possessions.
yeah, but in
You know what I
Sinister,
mean? Where,
if
like,
you
it's,
paid
oh, this
attention
kid
to
is
the
on- No, I'm not
plot,
talking about Sinister.
Oh,
They
okay.
did that good there.
Poltergeist?
But it's just, I think it's so
yeah,
oversaturated.
Poltergeist is horrible.
Here's this haunted child, and here's this other haunted child, and this kid is fucking possessed, and that person is the devil inside. It's like, shut up. And their mom and dad are trying to figure out how to get this demon out of them. It's like, that's what I mean. Like, it's like once Exorcist did it, it's just like, really, 30
on.
fucking years later, and nobody can
Come
really.
on,
do
imagine
it.
the Golden Child on it. He ain't gonna have that shit.
Fucking but Sinister, what really did it for Sinister is because I didn't see that coming. I actually thought that the possessed kid was the older child and it ended up being the little child. And I was like, cool, man, that's fucking awesome. And then you know what's actually really creepy too is when those ghosts are walking around.
Yes.
And they hide, you know,
Yeah.
like when they walk around the house and he's like, like looking through the dark hallways.
You know what it is?
Ugh.
You know what it is? I think I'm a sucker for the actual villain winning in the end of a horror film,
Like Bagul did.
as
Yeah, he
opposed
won.
as the
When
hero.
he took that little girl and carried her into the film, that's
Correct.
fucking creepy, man.
Correct.
That is fucking creepy.
One movie?
In Sinister, he took the. You never saw
watch
it?
it again.
Fuck. You need to
It's a
watch
good
it again.
film. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it has its great moments, and the fact that they use that film.
Yo,
footage
the
is, like,
soundtrack is scary as fuck.
Oh yeah. It's
That was
definitely.
with the
Yo,
writer, right?
yo, Steve.
That was with the
Me
guy
being
who
the age I am now, I still get
That
nightmares
house
when I
where-
watch it
Yep.
at night. Yeah,
That's
it's
some good
messed.
stuff.
It's messed up. It's messed up.
It's on my Voodoo if you need to see. I got all that shit on
It's
there,
not
man.
squeamish. It's just messed up.
No, it's just. It's
Yeah.
literally. It's actually up your alley, Steve. It's that whole unknown thing.
Really?
You don't know what you're seeing.
It's a good one.
Anything
I think I
farther.
saw like the first half of that.
Yeah,
the
it's
first is good.
it. Trust me, man. It's a slow simmer, but good shit. It's like, but also don't look for just the scary stuff because I think that the character build up between everybody, like what he's trying to do, that's not scary. Like he's trying to get that book again. He's trying to get that fame back again because he wrote one successful book.
Right.
That stuff also works. The deputy so and so character works. You know what I mean? All that shit. But I think we scared not so good looking John enough for one night.
He's like
And
shivering in the-
yeah, he hasn't spoken for an hour. Fucking guy, because he's not big on horror, and I'll give him that thing. But I do thank him for being on the show nonetheless.
That being so not good looking.
And I want to thank Will for abruptly coming and scaring the shit out of Vanessa.
Yeah.
A little bit of Steve and a little bit of me. That was awesome, and it wraps up very well to this. But let me close out this show and let you guys enjoy your Halloween weekend.
Excellent.
Excellent. And I want to start with Shirts. We got all shirts. We got all kinds of shirts. We got pink shirts, white shirts, black shirts, all kinds of shirts. And Oscar got a shirt. Will is getting a shirt. Zone is getting a shirt. I hope all my guests get a shirt so we can take a nice group selfie. Hopefully beat the big epic selfie from the Oscars. You know, get everybody with my shirt and get like epic selfie and get like a million likes or something. Maybe that'll happen. But we got a shirt. So just email me and I will tell you and instruct you how you can get a shirt. Okay? Awesome. Whatthehellpcast@yahoo.com. Just email me them at Yahoo. Whatthehellpcast@yahoo.com. Just email me there and I'll hook you up with a shirt. You gotta buy it. $15. $15. I gotta pay bills. You know what I mean? Help me out, man. We gotta make this show better. And it starts with you. With you, John. It starts with you. Now that we got shirts, I want you to follow, like, share, comment. What the Hell PCast. Facebook.com/WhatTheHellPcast. Instagram.com/WhatTheHellPcast. Twitter.com/TheHellPcast. And you can find it on YouTube and SoundCloud. Just doing a search engine. What the hell did we just watch? ? Exclamation point. You'll find it. John, you need to do all this part. It's getting very wordy. I'm going to have to segue. You're going to have to start remembering. I'm going to write you a script, okay? You need something to do with a bag over your head.
You saw that, right?
You're going to be on the show. If you're going to be on the show when it's a video, you got to put a bag over your head. You're going to be useless if you're not saying where we can, have people follow us.
All right.
Okay?
All right.
What's the Facebook one?
All right.
What the hell?
Where do you follow us on Facebook?
What the hell, PCast?
Yeah, but what's the whole thing? Then you can't search it like that.
I'm too tired, man.
Fucking God. Man.
I'm sorry.
Facebook.com/
//
What the hell, PCast?
//
What's the email address?
I don't know.
Fucking God.
I'm sorry.
Every 19 episodes, you can't figure it out.
What the hell, PCast@yahoo.com?
There you go. Look at that. This guy knows
Will's
it.
gonna take your job. That's it.
Jesus
It's over.
Christ. But anyway, now you follow, like, and share. Please let me know what you got to say, what you got to do. Tell me if you have a suggestion. I'll put it in the pipe. I promise it will not go unnoticed, okay? I got something else on. Somebody else also suggested we're going to do something for you Rob Zombie fans out there. I'm not a fan. Maybe I'll change. Who knows? But on that note, I think it's about that time.
Bye.
Huh.
Bye.
No, it ain't bye time. It was scary time.
Oh.
Los Famos.
Boo.
Say, peace out, Joe.
Peace out, yo.
Look at that. One person said it. Woo! All right. You fucking people. Say bye. Bye. Hello, bye. Bye. Oscar, you can't just stay there like a frozen. You look like Elsa, man. Come on. You're frozen in time. Can you say bye to the people?
I feel like Eureka's Castle. I'm disappointed. No.
What?
No.
Come on. For the outrageous old fans out there, you gotta say bye to them. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Peace out, Joe. Well, I think it's a paranormal ghost is forcing him not to talk. That's what it is. But, okay, just say bye. Bye, and bye. There. Everybody say bye.
Bye. Goodbye.
What?
I said goodbye.